Hello, hello. Happy Easter. How are you doing? I hope your Easter is going very well. I'm not seeing anything in the chat, and I'm wondering if I accidentally did not make this public or something. Let's go have a look. Let us traverse into the depths of YouTube Studio. See what we've got here. Thank you for being here. It's Easter. Don't know any good Easter songs, really. Oh, I see. Yes. This was not set up. Oh, I see. Let us go public. Let us go public, shall we? Go there, do a little refresh there. And we're live. Yes, we are. Oh, and there's me with my ears. Okay, good. All right. Where am I supposed to go? Okay, let's just go over here. Hello. Happy Easter. All right, so I am here at 12 noon every day of the year, including holidays. Hello. And I'm here every day of the year to take your 12 questions at 12 noon. And I have got a couple of little Easter cards here. Hello. Yes, Kristen. Black and Orange Tarot and Astrology is streaming in front of a live YouTube audience. Yes, it is. Yes, all questions, please put them in all caps in the chat. First come, first serve. If YouTube dumps comments and your question is missed, add YT at the start of your question, then I'll know that YouTube got rid of it, which is ridiculous, but oh well, here we are. Okay. All right. Oh, I was going to show you. I'm going to share a couple of Easter cards I got. I got one for my, make sure I don't have makeup on my hands. My cat still refuses to wear bunny ears. Oh, cats. The ears are you. Thank you, Tuxedo Cat. Anyway, I wanted to show you these. I am not Catholic, but my family is, and my middle sister in particular is. My parents are very religious, and my middle sister is particularly religious. So this is, here we go. Hard to see. This is the Easter card I got for her. It's a flat thing. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? See, and you can in different levels here. The church and the town. And then back here you've got the sky. Isn't that amazing? So that is the one card I'm going to give you to my sister. And then this is the one I'm going to give to my parents. Is it beautiful cutouts? Right. And then this one, again, same deal. And it's this Easter basket. Look, the different levels. The basket, the bunny. Back here, you've got some grass in the back. Got some sky back here. Yeah, it's kind of the color's a bit funny on this camera, but isn't that amazing? So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. I thought those were so beautiful. But anyway. Thank you, everybody. You guys are great. Okay, so. Good morrow, says Cat Shepherd, and a blessed Estara. Yes. All right. So I have got space right here for your questions. And, oh, good. All right. So happy Easter. Got it. All right. So I'm going to scroll up. I'm going to look for anything in all caps, whatever political questions you may have. A book bewitched. Autumn, wearing bunny ears too. No one here. Nothing better to hear. Just me. Enjoying being odd, listening to Autumn hanging out with y'all. What ears? What bunny ears? No, they're fun. Anyway. All right, go look for anything in all caps. Oh, and after this, I go down into the description box and the first comment, and I type in all the questions from today and their timestamps, so you can just click on them and go straight to what you're interested in. Patsy, hey. Happy Easter Bunny, Autumn, says Book Bewitched. I love that. I left a festive hairpiece, says B. Smith. Thank you. Oh gosh, Kristen from Uncover the News is here. Ontario, Canada went into a soft lockdown for 4 weeks yesterday. Will it get worse and return to stay-at-home orders? We're right on that edge. It's ultimately it's going to get better. It is. The vaccines, the medications, it's going to get better, but we're on that, people being a little too overconfident and going out and spreading, but then the people are being vaccinated, but it's everything I've read is that it is trending toward things getting better. But right now it's just this. So I don't know. I've not had a single reading that said anything different. So I don't know that I could really add much there. Are we going to have areas, pockets where they have to shut down again? Yes. Is there a possibility another nasty strain might appear, before things get back to normal? Maybe. It's just be safe. And I know, you guys know from when I first started reading on this, my guides just keep saying the same thing in all caps, very loudly. Be safe, stay home, wipe things down until everyone's vaccinated, until everything's clear. Just do the hard work. You'll get through it. Things will be okay. And they just stay home, wipe things down. So I don't know that I have much to add. Sorry. Thank you, everybody. Okay, I'm just looking for. Oh, you guys are great. Okay. All right, so YouTube just dumped a bunch of stuff. So let me see, where am I? Oh, no, but it didn't cut off earlier stuff. Good. Okay, looking. Jeanette, will the U.S. Embassy be moved out of Jerusalem? Oh, we have not looked at that. I next year I should get the ears where I can hit a button and one of the ears will the ears is flop, but I can hit a button and one will go, huh? You don't say. Anyway. U.S. Embassy moved. Oh, that feels like a Herculean task. Very complicated. Very, very complicated. Anyway, that'll be question number 1, Jeanette. Thank you. Sherry, will the infrastructure bill go through? Yep, I've been reading on it. According to all my readings, this is entertainment only. I'm just reading on the collective energy. But and besides, who wouldn't take this seriously? But everything's been saying. Matter of fact, what I was getting was, yeah, it's happening. It's a big thing. It's like you have no concept of time. It's a big thing. It's a big enough thing that they're just like, it's happening right now. No, it's not. Oh, really? Oh. Yes, it's going to go through. And it feels like it's going to be expanded later. Going to create a lot of jobs. Yep. Okay. Thank you, Sherry. All right. Gonna drinks here. Fi, did you change your hair color? No, I'm having my eternal issues with the cameras. Tried setting the camera on my laptop back to like factory settings. Wouldn't do it. And I do not want to set my whole computer back to factory settings. Oh, no. Anyway, it's an ongoing issue. My hair's the same color. All right. Aspie Third Eye, here comes Autumn Cottontail up and down the tarot trail. Woo-hoo. All right. I'm an adult. All right, Chris. Sniffy keeps taking donations from donors. Is being sued for this. What will happen? One for as much as $8,000 from a guy in hospice. Oh, jeez. Well, there was an article that was going through all the different things people in Trump world are doing now or trying to do now. And one of them is that some former campaign people have taken donor information, the big donors, and they're contacting big donors and stuff who are getting annoyed. And so, of course, Trump's trying to stop all of that from stop them from doing that. How dare you? How dare you take? How dare you try to cut in on my grift? So anyway, it feels like there will be some suits, but I don't know how many. Let's have a look. Trump sued for taking donations. 8,000 from man in hospice. Okay, that'll be number 2. We'll have a look at that. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Renita, what will happen with the radioactive water breach that's evacuating Floridians? Radioactive. Water, Florida. Leak in Florida. Florida emergency is phosphate plant pond threat. Words are good. Florida emergency as phosphate plant pond leak threatens radioactive flood. 20-foot wall of water could be unleashed if Florida phosphate pond collapses. And Florida declares a state of emergency as reservoir with millions of gallons of contaminated water. Oh, jeez. So Florida radioactive water breach. All right. Well, that. All right, that'll be number 3. Let's see what we can find out. Okay. Hello. Uncover the News says Fox's Chris Wallace challenges Blunt over the GOP's credibility on the national debt. Good. Time somebody did. Okay, Skyrider. Is John Kelly involved with immigrant border kids in Florida in a bad way? I've read on this. No, I've literally read on this. Kelly. Oh, grief. I don't know when it was, though. It was the whole name of his company, and I had spent a lot of time. I had to go look in. I got information from you guys, and I had to go look up the name of the company and all of this. Kelly. I'll have to let me figure out when that was. Let me find the Kelly question, and I will. I'll let you know tomorrow. Whole thing. So, find Kelly question. Tomorrow. Okay. All right, I'll do that. Thank you, Skyrider. Book Bewitched glued glittered dog chew pig ears to a headband. Glued glittered dog chew. Okay, pig ears. Dog chew pig ears. A headband. Looks fine. I bet it's adorable. Okay, Renita. Will the Trump campaign be sued for the $1.7 million they took from supporters' bank accounts that they had to return? I think that might come into the question of being sued for donations. Taking donations and 1.7 million had to return. Okay, got it. Okay. All right, so I've got that. Happy Easter, everybody. Wait, time is getting away from me here. All right, and YouTube just dumped a bunch of questions. Let me grab your questions. Rhonda, will the Biden infrastructure bill help people on SSI and SSID anytime soon? We really need the extra help. The infrastructure bill, I don't know that would. Does that's a Google question. Does the infrastructure bill, is that in there? Are those? That's a Google question, I'm afraid. Is it in there? Because the infrastructure thing feels like it's going to go through. Yeah, let me know, please. Susan, is Ron DeSantis connected to Gaetz and Greenberg? I read on that recently. Oh boy. Gaetz. Greenberg and Gaetz. Again, I'd have to go, but I just read on that within the last few days. DeSantis It was Florida. It was about Florida politician. It was Saturday. Are any other prominent Florida Republican politicians tied to the Gaetz mess? And then there have been other things over the last number of days, which have been very much related. And I could have sworn I read on DeSantis too. So I'm making it tied to Gaetz mess. All right, let's see if I can find it. Okay. Pamela just came in to give us some good information. And Quinoa, has Matt still marry Ginger Lucky? No, she has any sense. Has Matt still marry Ginger Lucky? Okay, that'll be number 4. Hieroglyphic, hey, haven't seen you in a while. Are those people investigating and prosecuting Trump at risk from irate Trump supporters? Do they have adequate security? Yes. I'm just getting there's a ton of security, but it's also very broad because he's being investigated in so many different places. But most of the people investigating him, they are used to that kind of negativity and death threats and what have you. My hair does not want to work with me here. Just stick up there and lay flat there. And what is a woman to do with her bunny ears? Really? Let's have a look specifically at who is most is Cy Vance. Who do you think? You let me know. Who do you think is most in danger? Like who do you think is going to most come down on Trump? Whereas his supporters might come down on them. See, because I would think that Cy Vance has possibly the most against him because those are criminal charges, potentially. And in Georgia, they probably don't have as much security. But it's, at least so far, not as big of a deal. And by the time these things happen, like a lot of different things will be happening at the same time. I don't know. I think it's complicated. Oh, goodness. Oh, thank you, Sherry. L.A. Rieger, can democracy in Myanmar survive? Happy Easter. Happy Easter. I read on them just the other day. I read on Myanmar. It was the last thing. That was the Three Gorges Dam Day. This was... I read on Myanmar very recently. I was getting that things are going to... I'm just getting things being ugly for a while, but I don't remember the details. All right. I'll look for that too. Okay. And so first thing tomorrow, I'll be able to give dates and times for those different readings. Okay. Kristen from Uncover the News. My days off of work are moving to Wednesday and Friday now. Work wants more people to work weekends. Oh, okay. Well, grateful you're here. Face painter, will the 2 Trump appointees for Social Security step down? I could look it up. Like, who is that? And is there already talk? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what is a better way to do this, because I've got questions here I've read on recently, but I don't have like a central database of where you can go look at them. All I have is my notebook. All of the questions covered are listed underneath the each video, but so I'm getting a lot of repeats, which is, I understand a certain amount of it, but it's hard for me to find them again. And I just did readings on this kind of stuff. And some of the questions I'm getting are also things I would have to do some research. I have to sit here and do some research on. Like, who exactly are we talking about? What's the problem? What have they been doing? Is there already talk? Is it already in the news that they're on their way out? We are half past, and I'm only at 4 questions. So there's got to be a better way to do this. And I really do not want to take questions ahead of time. I really don't want to have to do that. So we'll see. We'll see. Rachel, will tarot readings become a more accepted way of engaging with politics? Yeah, that could be interesting. A more accepted way engaging in politics. Okay. I'll have a look at that. I mean, it's about the acceptance. It's really about acceptance of tarot in general. And why wouldn't they take this seriously? I mean, oh man, there's potentially an easier way to take questions from people who are here most often, but that would involve starting membership here on YouTube, and I didn't want to do that. I have to fight this. I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do, because I do want this to be as positive for everybody as possible. But I'm here every day, and that has both good and it has its negative sides. So, matter of fact, I'm yeah, okay. That was cute, but all right. Let me just go back to being me, because my head's starting to get a little bit crushed. Michelle, breath of fresh air, President Biden. Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom. I'm just going to read on what I've got here. Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank you. Thank you. Fire Sky, I think your format is perfect. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's just we're running into problems. We're starting to run into problems with things I've read on very recently, and so I can't just at the top of my head say, like, oh, I read on that Wednesday at this time. I have to flip back through my notebook and doing that question after question. But I don't want to do questions ahead of time. Anyway, all right. So we're at 29:30. Lucky Girl. Skywriter is asking, do people reincarnate as animals, or do animals come back as different animals? Both. Yeah. I don't think I imagine she wouldn't mind me saying. Jen Lynn was kind enough. She actually pulled a couple of cards on Boo Boo, my co-host Bailey Boo Boo Zen Kitty, and said that Boo Boo was one of my sisters in a previous life, and I'd believe that. No, we come back as people or animals, or there's no there is not the strong separation that you might think. It only starts, my understanding, my limited understanding, is that it only starts becoming significantly different when you're starting to get down to the level of like types of bugs and things like that, where you start having to what are known as like nature divas start coming into play that oversee like a type of thing or a whole bunch of tiny things and that sort of stuff. But as far as like animals with eyes and things animals we keep as pets, or just large animals, elephants, lions, giraffes, yeah, those can be people. Oh, is Jen Lynn here? Oh, fantastic. Love Jen Lynn. Who does not love Jen Lynn? Okay, so I'm going to, 31. U.S. Embassy. Will the U.S. Embassy be moved out of Jerusalem? Let us see. Let us see. Jen Lynn videoed out walking Lucy. Aw, sweetie. Stephanie, I'll be glad to help you finding out when you last read on someone in something. Oh my gosh, Stephanie, that would be quite a task. I wonder if I'd set things up in Notion to organize. I'm wondering if at the end, after I've done all of the questions, I'm wondering if I should create a Notion page and just paste the day's questions in there. So then it's all on one page on the internet. People could just do a find on that page. But I don't know. We'll work something out, but thank you. Oh, thank you, Jeffrey. Appreciate it. G-Day, I would love to come back as a dolphin. That could be fun. They are, in general, my understanding from people who are into animal stuff is dolphins actually aren't quite as nice as you hope they would be. It's the whales who are really, really sweet. 33. Well, killer whales might be a little problematic, but dolphins apparently can be really horrible. But anyway, Chris, that's a lot of work on me. You do so much for us. Well, I'm trying. Thank you. All right. B. Smith is saying to Stephanie in all caps, Shiro, for pitching in and posting timestamps on Cutie? I'm afraid I don't understand that. Okay. Jen Lynn, yep. Fluffy butt Lucy putting on an Easter parade. Oh, that is so sweet. That's sweet. Okay. 3330. The U.S. Embassy be moved out of Jerusalem. Huge. It's a huge task. I'm not saying it's not worth doing, but it's like, oh, I feel like Atlas trying to hold up the world is just a huge thing. Oh, thank you, Skyrider. Thank you. Yeah. Trump doesn't. Why did Trump move the embassy in the first place, or put things into motion? Because that's people with a lot of money, influential people who have vested interests, who are like donating or greasing palms over there or and here and there, or okay. All right. Yeah, there's been fight over this for so long. Oh boy. It's kind of it feels kind of stuck. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but the it was put into motion to do it to move the embassy to Jerusalem, and it's like once you get that boulder rolling, because there's so much involved, stopping that or reversing it's doable, but it feels like just a huge thing. It's a huge task to change the course of it. So and that's just bad. It's just a bad idea in general, just to do that. That's Biden. Let me see. Let me see if I can get more information. Let's see here. Will they move the U.S. Embassy back out of okay, page of wands. All right, that could be a message of change. Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Death card, Burden. What all I'm picking up is this is a huge mess. There was money behind doing this. This is all Trump stuff, leaving a huge burden for Biden. And I wonder, is there something in the news about this? Is there something? Has this been coming up in the news? Because I have this urge to go look. I'm not going to take time to do it today, but that feels like possibly stopping something. Stopping the move, reversing the move. Hard. Jeanette, no, I just wonder because today is Easter. Okay. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. Thank you, Autumn and Boo Boos and Kitty, for being here for us every day. Oh, parentheses. No, I really am here every day. Happy Easter, Carol. Thank you. Boo Boos and Kitty isn't here every day. Right now he's sleeping in the other room, but it was a really bad idea. It just causes huge amounts of grief for no good reason. Huge amount of strife. I keep getting legal. There's something legal. As far it's like I don't know that Biden could even pass or get some kind of law passed or something, or executive order or something about where the embassy should be or not be in future. But there's contracts involved. This is a tangled mess is what I'm getting. So I'll just leave it there. It's a huge tangled mess. Phyllis, the embassy was moved for the evangelicals. Evangelical Christian theology says Jerusalem as the capital city of Israel equals a necessary sign for Jesus' return. I'm going to leave that alone, and I'm going to move on to Trump being sued potentially. 40, 30. Okay. Trump. All right, Trump being sued for taking donations. Or will he be sued? Including as much as $8,000 from a man in hospice. Someone in the chat was kind enough to mention that the Trump campaign returned a whole, what is $1.7 million they had to return to donors in 2020. I think you said. Are they going to get sued for all of that malfeasance and taking advantage of people who are weak? If you want money from Trump, you'd better get your skates on, because he's about to have, if you want any money, if you want any blood out of that stone, you better hurry. You better try to be the first person there. He really still has them stirred up over there. It's ridiculous. 1.22 million, Gail says. Oh, jeez. The most of any campaign ever, says Chris. Oh, gosh. Oh, about the Jerusalem, the embassy. AP Mom saying Sidney Adelson, Trump donor and casino owner, he bought the old embassy and has since died. That would be the legal entanglements too. What a mess. Wow. Okay. But anyway, Trump. Oh, this isn't the justice card, but this feels DOJ-ish. That's Trump, who still calls himself the president. Make America white again. Gosh, I do not miss reading on him as much as I used to have to. This feels like the campaign finance violations. I mean, Bannon was in jail, going to jail for supposedly raising money to fund the wall, Trump's 3 inches of wall, but then funneling the money into for his own purposes. Well, Trump does that all the time with give me money so I can fight legal fees to win the presidency. So I can, at least that's more straightforward, but a lot of it is donate to me, and you have to really look through the fine print to realize this has nothing to do with the campaign, and it's really just giving money directly to him. It's corruption. It's a grift. It's a huge grift. So the question is, will this weed of crime bear bitter fruit? Does the shadow know? He often does, but he doesn't talk to me. All right. Ace of Swords, Knight of Cups. Oh, well, yeah, that's the sword of truth. That's a legal sword coming. This is Democratic knights protecting the realm. And of course, it isn't just Democratic knights. It's anybody who goes against Trump is a Democrat, of course. He's a bully. He thinks he can do whatever he wants because he's the major narcissist, and he's caused a lot of grief, and he's going to get a lot of grief because of this. So yeah, I think all his donations, it's going to end up being a massive legal headache. That's what these cards are saying. Hey, Becca from House of Lenormand is here. Hello, wonderful Becca. Trump is bankrupting his supporters because of automatic withdrawals every 2 weeks. It's in the fine print for donations. Oh, lovely. Oh, thank you, lucky girl. But I don't know that people asking questions would do that. Unless I guess I do it. It's going to really speed up the amount of time it takes to take questions. All right, so in the sense of, let's see, 46, in the sense of Trump being, for all these donations, I'm just going to keep asking, will Trump go to jail, prison, whatever? I'm not picky. For donation, quote unquote, donation grift. Okay, let's have a look at that. He's so awful. He's so awful. Gene, I need your monthly payment to fix my Trump plane. Yeah. Will Trump go to jail or prison for engaging in donation grift? The fleecing of America. Although that usually involved pork barrel spending and what have you, but yeah, still fleecing of America. Queen of Swords. Those are investigators. There's theft. There's Biden. Or people working for Biden directly. Very unstable finances. People who are trying to say, no, it's fine, pay no attention to the, I mean, this feels like investigators going and looking at Trump's finances and seeing that it is a house of cards. It is an absolute house of cards. Or as they call it in Korea, a card-made house. It's a literal translation, card-made house. There's a BTS song. Card-made house. House of cards. It's a house of cards. It's robbing Peter to pay Paul. It's scams. It's just grift. But it feels like she's someone who is politically or financially wedded to Trump's ideas. And it's like they're jumping in front saying, no, pay no attention to the complete mess back here. But no, these are investigators who have the power. And they're just shaking their heads. That's what I'm getting very strongly. They're looking at all this stuff. They're going, oh my gosh. How did he get away with this for this long? How does this even last for more than 2 weeks? It's so bad. Oh boy. But it's Bernie Madoff. It's like Bernie Madoff, only somehow bigger and dumber. Well, Sparty, you have a point. I mean, if his donors don't read the fine print and still click on I agree, whose fault is that? Yes and no. And I think some of this, I want to say some of this has actually gone to court. But there was a comedian who made a very good point, which was, I mean, I think they were talking about any of these kind of super long terms of agreement. And this comedian said, they could put the entire text of Mein Kampf right in the middle of the Apple's terms of agreement, and you'd just scroll down the bottom and go, accept, accept, accept. I mean, nobody reads it. So, yeah, they're people around Trump are being taken advantage of. Surprise. But it is a surprise to them, and I don't know how, but hey. Oh, well, he's a bully. He's always been a bully. He's pretended to be rich, but this is what's coming for him. This is Trump's not very far off future where it's just howling at the moon. How dare you seize my accounts, charge me with things, on and on and on and on. How dare you? Do you know who I am? Well, of course, my favorite funny thing about that, because of course Trump is very much president. You're a former president, you moron. No, president of the U.S. Do you know who I am? Like the story about the guy who was waiting to get on a flight, and he wanted to be upgraded to first class, and it wasn't working, or he couldn't get on the flight, or whatever it was, and he went up and he was just berating the gate agent and all this, and he finally said, do you know who I am? And so she just picked up the overhead and she said, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, there's a man up here at the desk who does not know who he is. If you have any ideas, please approach the desk. Thank you. Yeah. Yeeps. Okay. Florida, radioactive water breach or collapse is very possible in very short order. Okay. Well, Florida. Okay, Florida, basically there's radioactive water, and there's a threat of a breach and this water flooding. This area being flooded with radioactive water. That's a bad day. Being flooded with radioactive water, that is a bad day. Yeah. So, is this really gonna? Is there gonna actually be a breach? Is this gonna flood? Please no, please no, please no. But you tell me. Becca's saying, of course Florida would have something happen like that. Then they'd be out there protesting because it's their freedom to poison their own water. The EPA has been gutted over the last 4 years, and state environmental regulation have been pathetic. That's what that feels like. Oh, Stephanie Martin, repost. Myanmar was on 3/29. Oh my gosh, thank you. So Myanmar question was on 3/29 at 1:20:45. And the John Kelly question was on 3/28 at 55 minutes, 15 seconds. Thank you so much. Thank you. What do we got here? Oh dear. Okay, I don't like this. The last card just fell over. Oh, thank you, Aronson. I'm not liking this. Holes. Holes in the wall. Knight of Wands. Insult to injury. I don't like these cards. Poor enforcement and poor whatever this was has left people very, very vulnerable. There's a lot structurally coming against whatever this is. This is the center. I've got holes in the wall. But of course, they're fighting for the freedom, their right to poison themselves. Insult to injury. I'm not liking this because that's water in the background, and this is nasty. How bad is this going to be? Is there going to be a breach? Is there going to be a flood? How bad is this going to be? How bad is this radioactive flood? The idea of this radioactive flood, how bad is that going to be? People needing health care. Emergency services, I don't like that. People who who were just so awful about not enforcing real, putting these laws in place, protecting people. They're on the defensive. These last two cards, please do not let them be major arcana negative cards. Because if it's major arcana negative cards, it's going to be bad. If it's just people level cards, this could just be these idiots getting into trouble for things getting this close. Holes in the plan, maybe not holes in the wall. Crap. I'm not liking this. They're already dumping out the water, says Travels. Dumping out the water in a controlled way? Republicans saying we'll take care of it, but people on the defense. This is major Haz-Matt. This is bad. Travels, yes, but it's still being released. It's killing the wildlife in the water. Sherry, it's Florida. Come on, Miss Autumn. I don't like this. I'm not getting good cards on that. Aspie Third Eye saying by 2070, most people will be fleeing Florida as it sinks beneath the waves. It's only about 55 feet above sea level now. Goodbye, Florida, man. Unless they live in the Panhandle. Mystic Dreamer, hope it bypasses all the nice people of Florida and lands in Mar-a-Lago somehow. Yeah. Hey, okay. Well, let's look at tarot itself. 5930. All right. And thank you for being here. Again, happy Easter to everybody. So the question is, will tarot be a more accepted way of engaging in politics? Which would just basically mean tarot being a more accepted thing in life in general. I know that sorry, I just glanced for 2 seconds at the chat, and there was something about dresses and pearls and Lindsey Graham, and it was like, What? Oh, I'm okay. Where was I? Tarot being a more accepted way of engaging in politics. There's nothing wrong with men wearing women's clothes or women wearing men's clothes. That's not an issue. But okay. Will tarot be a more accepted way of engaging in politics? I know astrology is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger with the younger, the youngsters, the younger generation. Will tarot be considered an acceptable way to engage in politics? Because way back when, Rachel Maddow even mentioned the tarot readers looking at politics on YouTube. She was amused by that. On the defensive. Yeah, we always have been. I mean, I've pretty much, for big chunks of different areas of life, I've basically blown my credibility to kingdom come by doing this in certain areas. And that's okay. You know, I don't need their approval, but I'm following my own beliefs. But yes and no. There's a fine line, just as long as you get ethical people who are not trying to. I joke about it. The term I use is the evil psychic out to scam you. I call psychic Griswelda. And sometimes when my Halloween, my makeup in one of the pictures was crazy, and the whole thing, and I was holding tarot cards, and it was like, oh, look, it's me as psychic Griswelda. And that's just what I joke about. As long as it's not that kind of scam, it'll cost you, basically a grift like Trump does. Then it should be fine. People can offer their services, and as long as other people can say, nah. So as long as you stay away from the grifters, yeah. Of course, there'll always be some people who come in here every once in a while, and they're like, it's of the devil, it's of that. It's like, wow, you live in a very dark paradigm, don't you? But no, moving forward with a Queen of Cups here and a Knight of Cups here. Yeah, this the whole kind of New Age spirituality, for lack of anything else to call it. It's kind of going forward. So engaging in general, yeah, I think there's something to it. And I just also want to say, I noticed on YouTube there are a lot of in different areas, the first one that comes to mind is AuthorTube, where it's a bunch of writers who do video, or various makeup gurus or whatever else. And there's all this drama. And then there are people who make videos about the drama. And then, and it just, and it's this feeding frenzy of drama. I can tell you, I've met many, many of the other YouTube tarot readers in this area, all the ones you hear me mention, and onward, out. You know how much drama there is? None. I'm serious. There's not any. There's really, there's no I mean, I think at most there might be. I think sometimes when we watch each other, sometimes someone will be doing something a certain way, or something over there where you're like, oh, I better up my game. Oh, I could make my stuff a little bit better. I should do that. But literally, I think it's because we're all trying so hard to raise our vibration and communicate as much as possible. And to do that, you got to get rid of a lot of the gray area in your life. You know, people are like, how do I raise my vibration? I talked about this last night on Patreon. How do I raise my vibration? You can know that. 5:30. Okay, how do I raise my vibration? You start with some basic things, including, honestly, it's getting the drama out of your life, and it's getting rid of the gray areas, in the sense of, you know, I'm an honest person, except maybe I download illegal movies or illegal ebooks, or, you know, I just get some stuff offline, some music or what have you. It's, you know, and or, you know, I'm really honest in everything except this one little thing over here. You have to stop all of that. If you really want to raise your vibration, stop all of that. You don't have the energy to, that is, even if it's just a little, pulling your energy down a little bit, it's still pulling your energy down. Physically cleaning your space, keeping your space clean helps a lot. So yeah, keeping the place tidy, keeping the drama out of your own life, keeping everything above board. So you go to sleep at night and you can just sleep. I mean, you might be worried about some people that you care about or something like that, but it's not like, what if they find out about this? What if such and such? What if they find out I've done? They can't. No. Mm-mm. You know, but if you get this base physical life stuff just sorted out, then when you start drawing down energy, when you start, you know, visualizing, raising your vibration, turning the dial up, being a brighter spirit, all of this, meditating, when you start doing all of that, it works a whole lot better. And then when you're done, you can just go back to what you need to do down here in your daily life. So for all the talk of how to raise your vibration, a lot of it's boring, but it's so worthwhile. It is so worthwhile. You know, it's like right now, even just knowing where things are, just knowing the floor's clean, just knowing that I don't have anything to hide. You know, that releases a huge amount of energy for me to do this every day, and on and on and on. So something, I will just throw that out there. Okay. All right. 109. Haz-Matt still marry Ginger Lucky? 109. Thank you for being here, everybody. All right. Okay. All right, Matt Gaetz. Oh, he's going to be a footnote. Seriously, he is going to be nothing in future. Like in the future, in the history books, and he's not even a punchline. He's not even important enough to be a punchline. He's just nobody. And that's the thing, even right now, in the grand scheme of things and spiritually speaking, he's made himself a nobody. Yeah, he's basically a waste of space because that's what he's chosen to be. And entertainment only, what do I know? All right, is Haz-Matt Gaetz going to marry Ginger Lucky? I don't know her, but his family's wealthy, and I wonder if that has anything to do with it. I don't know. It does kind of say a little bit about what kind of person you are if you're engaged to Haz-Matt Gaetz. Really? Oh boy. People gross up my cards because my cards take on meanings that I don't want them to, but really, really. Her family's wealthy too, says Christine. Okay. This is a message. It is alleged. I don't know. Entertainment only. I'm just reading cards on the collective energy. I do not know. Do not take this as okay. There are allegations that he was sending message to hire women to have sleepovers with. Let's put it that way. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. Thank you. Women. Many. But just like the card for the reading, money. And this is the church of money. Getting married in the church of money. Well, you can't really get married in the church of anything if your significant other is doing jail time, though. Linda's having an Easter dinner. That's nice. Uncover the news. Kristen's saying that Trump campaign issued $122 million in refunds to donors in 2020. Oh, it was $122 million. Thank you. Polly Wanda, he talks about his intent to marry and have a family. Same card of sending messages, ordering takeout. Well, scandal's a little embarrassing for her. Imagine that. But people telling her it's not real, this is beating her up. But this is, oh no, he's fine. Emotional appeal, parents getting involved, other people getting involved. Oh no, this is all just fake. It's all politics. You have nothing to worry about. He's just such a catch. I'd be worried about what I'd catch. But so is Matt Gaetz going to walk down the aisle or go behind bars? Which is going to happen first? Is Matt Gaetz going to... Oh, his Wheel of Fortune is going to change. Very much change. But baby, I love you. Out in the cold. His bullying, whatnot, is being tempered. It would be worse, but if not for his father, but he still ends up out in the cold. So even if like the wedding goes through, the marriage doesn't last. Burden of all the, yeah, that's not good. That's his father furious, but it's also being judged. He's in a position of power for the garbage he's done. It's a burden. And right underneath that, out in the cold, I'm very upset. Yeah, he's got all kind of grossness ahead of him, but it may be she's being talked into it. Other stuff comes out. It's the face painter, I see your bright red emojis with UK seeing their surge in the illness with the easing of the lockdown. Yes. There's no need to read on those questions. Yes. Every time they ease lockdowns, there will be a surge until everyone's vaccinated. It just is. And it still, be smart, wear a mask, wear gloves, wipe things down. When you buy things, bring them home, wipe them down. Be smart. It's not over. They're generally written down at the beginning of the live, but it was getting so late, and so I actually, for once, I actually have some open spots here. But thank you, Jayla. I appreciate you helping out. I really do. This is very unusual that I don't have all the questions down. So, Uncover the News has a question. What is the status of Trump's karma bill coming due? Okay, status. Trump's karma bill coming due. 108. I actually have space for 4 more questions. And this is very unusual. Normally, yes, it is right at the beginning. Thank you, J-Lo. Status of Trump's karma bill coming due. Hello? Oh, karma. It still makes me crazy. That man is still swanning around Mar-a-Lago. That makes me crazy. Why have they not nailed him already? Why did they not nail him as soon as he got out of office for what Cohen went to jail for? He's out of office. Next day, boom. No good reason why that hasn't happened yet. I'm very annoyed. I usually try to be very patient and I try to calm people down, but I am annoyed. Yeah, they don't give exact dates. We're just getting a general sense. Yeah, on the other side, they have, I love you, Spirit, but you have really very little idea of what time is like down on this level. But that's okay. Grace Cohen said the same thing on him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, working. He's swanning around Mar-a-Lago. Look at my tacky gold garbage. Okay, I do have a prosecutor right in the middle. Going against the man. Well, the charity stuff already went down. That was already a problem. He's always felt like he could just buy people off and problems would go away. So really? He's just going to keep swanning around Mar-a-Lago? Really? Okay, cards right off the top. That's usually a very straightforward, clean, honest energy when the cards come right off the top. Ardessa, what happened to him not being allowed to live there? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Part of the reading's legal heartache. Be patient. We've been patient. He's sweating it. He's not showing it, but he's sweating. He's worried. This is a lot of lawyers. That's him completely hemmed in. These are all of the multitude, many cases coming against him. And even though this is major arcana, this is a lawyer or symbolic of his lawyers in general. They no matter how big they are and strong they are, it's like a deluge of cases. But we've been patient in the past. This feels closer, a lot closer. Although it feels like it's never going to get better, but there are good days ahead. There really are, and I do believe that. Aaron Stone, he's running out of money to keep paying people off. Pollywander, worried? I'm not sure Trump has normal emotions. Oh, he's constantly aggrieved. He lives on the drama triangle. Yes, I will not bore you with it again, but look up Karpman with a K. Karpman's drama triangle. Trump is the eternal victim. He is always aggrieved. Casito Cat, I don't want Trump worried. I want him clobbered. Legally. As long as it's not real life. We're very anti-violence around here. But legally, yeah, I want him to be clobbered. With the things he's done wrong. This what he has to fight these things with feel extremely ineffectual. Like this would be like Junior going out and trying to talk on Fox News, but it feels weaker and it's like it's fading. If I go right behind that, I've got Quiet as a Tomb. Yeah, we know he's sitting pretty at the moment. Oh, okay. Not so. Oh, he's sitting pretty. Tower. Okay. Insult to injury. Aggressive law enforcement. Legal decisions. Many legal decisions. Okay, so it feels like nothing's going to happen, but something's going to happen. Oh, something's going to happen. So, all right, take heart. Take heart. Take heart. There is that. Calibri Flyer. Sniffy's a narcissistic sociopath. Chris, when they go after Ivanka, will she play the victim as well? Yes, she will. Oh, yes, she will. That fake breathy voice. Just a delicate little flower. Just a delicate little 6-foot tall multi-millionaire who's raising 4 or 5 kids or whatever she has, and supposedly is all for initiatives to help women, which is a bunch of garbage. And oh no, I'm just this meek little. Please. Anyway, all right. I'm scrolling up. J-Lo, I read Mary Trump's book, and in that book, it does say he doesn't have any emotions. Well, he has emotions. They're just not emotions like we have. He's a narcissist, and literally the whole world is an extension of him. Is it working for him? Is it not? Is it making him money? Is it not? Are you doing something positive for him right now or not? Other people are not like separate things. It's a really twisted way. It's hard even for me to even wrap my head around the narcissist view, because everything is about them at all times. It's the worldview. It's not like, I think I'm going to be selfish today. No, but okay. Yes, Quinoa, world's richest victim in a card-made house. Okay. Having a quick look. Will Mary Trump run for political office? Will she win? I think I've read on this before, but I could look again. I gotta know, but let me see. Office, it's been quite a while. And win. All right, that'll be number 9 at 1:26:30. All right, have a quick look at Mary Trump. What happens to Mary Trump? Okay, let me go down to the end here. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you. Oh, the China patents and Ivanka. I read on that the other day. Sorry, I don't know when. $127. Mary Trump. She doesn't want to be in office. No, it's the juniors and the Lara Trumps and the Kushners and the Ivankas who want that level of power. She just wants what's owed to her, and to hell, I think she has kids. I know her brother has a child who needs help. She wants help from. She wants what's coming to her. She wants them to get what's hers, but she wants to get what's hers, but she wants them to get what's theirs, and that's different. Now this is just the case against Trump. There's nothing about here about politics. No. Deb, did Trump use the $150 million that went missing for Ukraine to pay for what he was ordered to pay? I would need more details. I don't know that story. I'm sorry. J-Lo, excuse me, 45 should always carry around body chalk with him because he plays the victim so well. Yes. All right. Any other questions today? So things kind of got derailed. It happens sometimes. Other than that, I will be back tomorrow. Just having a quick look to see if there's something pressing. Other than that, I am back here every day of the year, and I will be back tomorrow. Also, every day in April, over on Book Art Media, which is the parent channel of Black and Orange, there's a writing group. Every day in April, we're getting together and doing at least 2 writing sprints. If you write stuff, you're welcome to come by, hang out, be creative for an hour. That is what we do. Just put on the timer, get some, express ourselves. So, Lola, investigation of Erik Prince. What have you heard? Are they going to, or is that happening? Yes. Investigation of Erik Prince. At 1:30. Oh, thank you. Okay, investigation to Erik Prince. What's going on with Erik Prince? What's going to happen to Erik Prince? He's got I want to say he lives in a country. Oh, better angels. Thank you. Thank you. It's very kind. I want to say Erik Prince, doesn't he live in a country that doesn't have an extradition treaty? And he's going to be hard to get hold of, it feels like. Chariot. On the move. Erik Prince. Oh, there are questions. DOJ, military, somebody in the Biden administration or related to the Biden administration has questions, because he's been up, he's been down, and this emperorship, he's from a wealthy family, he's made a chunk of money himself. That wheel of fortune, though, it keeps spinning. And this strength, I don't know that it's him, because I'm being drawn to the fact that this is a woman closing the mouth of the beast. And then I've got the card I get for the Biden administration. And I get, it's like a refusal, being like offered a deal or being offered, cooperate. And it's like, it's just this refusal. No, won't do it. And it's like, oh, well. And I've got a chariot card over here for the reading. They have questions. They have many questions for Erik Prince. And he doesn't want to play ball at all. Thank you, Aaron's son. Thank you. Oh, goodness. Okay. 10 of Swords. Empress. Ace of... Yeah, they're coming. They're coming for him. America. Sword of Truth. Chaos is the center card. Howling at the Moon. Stuff done up front of the Trump. Stuff done during the Trump time. Was he offered contracts? Was he... I'm not saying he's going to jail or anything, but boy, have they got questions. But it could get complicated as far as trying to nail him down. He has money. He has a bazillion connections overseas. He never has to set foot in American soil again. So it's not great. Okay. Anything? Okay, so let's just ask about this week. 1:34:30. This coming week. Something big. Yep, it is Betsy DeVos's brother. Doesn't he live in Bahrain? Asked Chris. I know he lives somewhere like that. I don't know exactly where. But somewhere where he won't get extradited here. Thank you, Net. I appreciate that. What's coming this week? Okay. In politics, in the big news. It's coming this week. Anything's possible. I don't know what that's about. Thelma. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Thelma. It's very kind. Oh, the Net Enjoy Life. The Netanyahu trial starts tomorrow. Ooh. Christine saying Prince lives in both Middleburg, Virginia, and Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. Thank you. This week. Moving forward on legislation. An end of these negotiations, an end of like getting something settled. This feels like more, if not, I'm not saying more shootings, but more proof of the sheer amount of racist garbage out there. But there's still kind people too. There'll be stories of, just stories of people being kind to each other, charities, helping others. So, but this feels like a major something legislation changing, and of course, the illness, which is still happening. So do be safe. I know it's been going on forever, it seems like, and it's like, enough already. I'm tired of the masks. I'm tired of wiping things down. I'm tired of the gloves. I'm tired of, I know. But let's do it together. A little bit longer. Okay. All right, that's going to do it for me for today. Thank you for everything. And you guys have been so helpful and so kind, and I really, truly am grateful for you. So thank you. All right, hang in there. For anyone who is interested, in 2 hours and 20 minutes, so 4 o'clock Central Time in the U.S., we'll be doing an hour of 2 25-minute writing sprints over on Book Art Media. We're doing that every day in April. So, all right, happy Easter, everybody. From my heart to you, and hang in there. All right. Yeah, writing fiction. It's just, anyway, that's over at Book Art. That's over at Book Art Media, at the Book Art Media channel at 4. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Happy Easter, and I will see you all tomorrow.